Okay, children, let us solve some interesting questions on the concepts what we have discussed. Previously, we discussed about distance and displacement. So, I just bring few interesting numericals to understand these concepts more clearly. As you can see in the first question, it's given that in the figure given below, the distance traveled by the particle from A to F is. So the particle is moving from A to F. So we can see this is the path of the particle. Then he is asking about the distance covered from A to F. So as we know, distance is nothing but the total path length, right? So total path length we have to find out here. And what will be the total path length here? You can easily see this is 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2, right? So that will be the total distance covered by the particle here. So that's going to be 12, right? So that's 12 centimeters. 12 centimeters is the distance covered by the particle here. So this is the answer for this particular question. That's option A, right? Now let's look at the one more question. Is the distance. A particle moves in a circle of radius r. The distance covered by the particle in half of its revolution is. So the particle moves in a circle of radius r, half of its revolution. What is the meaning of half of its revolution? So it means the particle might have started from here, then it has come here. So this is the half revolution, right? From here to here, this is the half revolution. One full revolution means it is starting from here and then again coming back to the same point. That will be the full revolution. So in half revolution, it means it's half of the perimeter of the circle, right? And what is the perimeter? If it's having a radius r, the perimeter is 2 pi r. So half of the perimeter means it is pi r. So pi r is the distance traveled by the particle when it covers half of the revolution. So that will be your option C, right? Now let's one more question. If the distance covered by a particle is 0, what can you say about its displacement? If distance covered is 0, what you can say about displacement? Distance covered 0, S represents distance, okay? So distance is 0 means the particle is not moving anywhere. Distance covered is 0, it means the particle is at rest. The particle is at rest. It is not moving anywhere. So when the distance is 0, obviously displacement must be 0, right? So obviously if distance is 0, obviously displacement is also 0. So that is the thing about displacement here, okay? So that's why option 4 is the correct answer for this. The displacement must be 0 here. If the particle has covered 0 distance, it means the particle is not moving anywhere. It's completely at rest. So obviously displacement will be 0 here, right? Then if a body moves in a circular path and reaches back to its position, then what do we say about displacement and distance? So again, circular question, circle question. If a body moves in a circular path and reaches back to its initial position, so it is something like this. You are starting from here, then you are again coming back to the same position. It means there is no change in position, okay? So change in your position is 0, right? So there is no change in position. It means your displacement is a vector quantity, displacement is 0, but distance is not 0, right? What is distance? Distance is 2 pi r here. Distance is 2 pi r. I think everybody know the perimeter of the circle is 2 pi r. So he covers 2 pi r distance, but displacement is 0 here. So that means the correct option will be option 1, where the displacement is 0 here, right? Now let's look at one more question. So you people also try to solve it before I'm doing the solution. You just try to do it by yourself and check the answer for the last 2 questions, right? So now you pause the video and just try for yourself. Now let's look at this question here. A man walks 4 meters towards north, then 3 meters towards east, and there he climbs a pole of 12-meter height. Then what is the distance covered? Yeah, distance covered. So he moves 4 meters towards north and then 3 meters towards east. Then he climbs something here. Okay, so he's going to climb 12 meter here. Then what is the distance covered? Distance means simply the total path length. It means 4 plus 3 plus 12. So that will be the 19 meters will be the distance covered by the man. If they ask you to calculate displacement here, then you have to use the vector sum here. Okay, that you will be learning in higher classes. So right now they are asking distance, so simply find the path length. So that will be 19 meters. Now let's look at the last question. So this last question, as I told you, you people try and then look for the solution. Look at this question here. A man leaves his house for a cycle ride. He comes back to his house after 1 hour after covering a distance of 2 kilometers. Then the displacement of man is. So the man started and then he is leaving. So he goes everywhere and finally he reaches to the same place, right? So he covered 2 kilometer path length. But he is asking about displacement here. So here distance is how much? First of all, distance is 2 kilometers. It's directly given in the question. Displacement means what? He started from here, then he again come back to the same place. It means his displacement is 0. Displacement is 0 here because he started from some place and then again come back to the same place. So that's the reason his displacement is going to be 0 here, and the answer will be option 3. How many of you got the correct answer? Please check and let me know in the comments, right? So after this we'll be discussing about average speed and average velocity. It will be a very interesting video. Definitely watch till the end. You definitely like it. Okay, bye.